Well, we got this laser controller in from folks up at Canamek. That's a Canadian company. What I needed was a control system to operate a box blade based on a laser receiver. I did some research, and you've got a few main brands out there: Apache. I think Trimble still got one, but I think they're all owned by Trimble or Topcon now. It's hard to keep track with that stuff. Well, I was trying to do my research, and there also just was not a whole lot of information out there, and I was really surprised about that. So while doing my research, I actually found a video on this product from Canamek on a YouTube channel, Tractor Time with Tim, and he does a lot of videos on little tractor equipment, on a lot of smaller type tractors and whatnot. And he had a video on there, and he was using this on one of those little small tractors with a little tiny box blade on it, and was talking about it was a pretty affordable package. Now, Canamek offers the control system, the laser receiver, the parts that you'll hook to your box blade, your valve assembly, and all that. So I figured we'd do a little unboxing video and see what we got in the box right here. We ordered, I think it's their standard gold system package. So I ordered this land leveling system from Canamek up there in Canada. Like I said, it got here a couple of days later after they shipped it, so it just come UPS. So I figured we'll unbox this and let y'all come along. If we don't get blown away, it looks like we got a little thunderstorm coming in. We had some the other night, but we're gonna keep on doing it, and hopefully we'll get the audio will be decent on this. So let's get ready to do a little unboxing and let's see what we got in. So this is a machine control system. So for those that aren't familiar with it, what we want to be able to do is set up our laser that we use for setting elevations and all that, measuring stuff, make sure stuff's level. We'll set up our laser out there on the job site. We're going to be using it for is grading some football fields with a box blade. So we want to be able to put a 1% fall on the field. So we'll set up our laser on a tripod, and then the box blade will have a valve on that. It's a hydraulic valve that will, it's electric hydraulic valve. And what will happen is this receiver will go on to a mast on the box blade, and it will pick up the laser beam from our laser. Through a series of wires and everything, it will go to the control module that's in here, and that will translate everything. Wind's trying to blow the box close. So that will translate everything and send electric signals back to the hydraulic valve that's on the box blade. That will control the elevation of the box blade, where it needs to go up or go down to get at the level that we want it. Now, this is a single slope that I ordered here, not a dual slope. Um, One thing that I was curious about is they really pushed for me to buy their electric hydraulic valve because it was cheap. That was his words when he asked what I was putting it on. I said I got a Rome box blade, it's a big box blade, and we're going to be using a Dan Foss valve, Rome manufacturer. Putting all that together, we're waiting on them parts. And one thing that did bother me is the fellow really wanted to push their electric valve. And he was talking about how, the valve I'd ordered was real expensive, and it was. I think it's about a $3,000 valve. But they had something for $300. But I did not want that kind of valve. I don't want something that's just real quick and whatnot, and it's going to be rough. I need a great precision. Now, that valve will probably work for a lot of things. That video Tractor Time with Tim, he had that valve on there. So, if you're residential or something, that's going to be fine. Um, we got a little thundercloud back there. So, but I did not want that. And I finally got that through. Now, we may have an issue with hooking this up to that valve. They're supposed to email me a guy over here in the States, I think in New Mexico, that's familiar with changing this over. So hopefully we don't have a problem. But let's switch back around. Let's take a look and see what all's in this box. All right. Well, like I said, this is a nice little box right here. Got the old padding in it. Looks like we got user's manual right there. So that's nice. Now here is going to be the control manual, control module that mounts in our tractor. We'll put a bracket in the tractor, and that's how we'll operate it. Now, being as we are converting over where this will operate, if we want to raise our box blade up and down, the whole box blade, not the tilt, we will have to do it with this via this knob. We won't be able to do it with our hydraulic knob. I mean our hydraulic levels anymore. We won't be able to do it with our hydraulic levers in the cab anymore because it'll be on a constant flow. But this right here is the brain of the whole deal. There's where wiring harness is hooked into. Okay, so we got the model right there, and made in Canada. So that's nice right there. Looks like we got a bunch of extra fuses down in there. So I mean, I'm real impressed with the packaging right here. This is just really nice. Now, what we need right here is this piece right here. This is the receiver. I don't know if Canamek makes this. And Mr. Frost has got to get his nose in there. A lot of these receivers are made by Tremor or Topcon, and I see a lot of private labeling going on, but I think this one may actually be, it says assembled in Canada, so maybe Canamek is actually putting this together. I do not know. This will go around a mast, and you'll have some thumb screws in there. They're right here. Yeah, so they're right there. That will go on the mast that we put on the excavator. And as you can tell right here, you see you got your arrows. That'll tell you when this one lights up at your level, that's you need to go up, you need to go down, blah, blah, blah. So one of the wiring harnesses will hook into there. Now, what we should be able to do is, if I want to put this on my excavator as a visual, I can put a mast. I'll have to make me a special bracket. We can put this on the excavator, and then we can set up our laser fine tone, and then be able to use that on the excavator. So it's a pretty big unit right here. So that all looks good. I'm glad to see that looks like that. I'll tell you, the packaging is real nice. So here's some of the wiring harnesses. So what we will have is we will have a harness that goes from that receiver. I believe it'll go to the brain, and then we'll have a harness that goes from the brain to the valve that we're going to have on our box blade. So, and there's one more down in here. Yeah, everything just packaged nicely. I'm really glad to see that. Canamek, y'all did a good job on that. And this will really make it nice for storing. When you take this stuff apart out there on the field and put it up, that tends to be when stuff gets broken and whatnot. So, and the next thing we got in here, let's see, we got some Canamek hat. That's always a good thing. Those of us like to have a hat. Yeah, Canadian hat too. Well, that's pretty old cool. So, and that wind's trying to pick up some more. That storm gonna try to come in here. But anyway, so as y'all can see that now this has got different slots and holes in it for, I think they're probably using this if you're ordering, the different variety packages they offer. And they have a dual laser system for dual slope and whatnot and all that. But so there we go. Take a look, see. You can see a little bit better right there. See it? That's real nice packaging. And look at that. We didn't close the door for us. So I reckon that's gonna be it for the unboxing. We fix to get blown away. Might need to put all this stuff up so it don't get wet. We'll do a video when we mount all this stuff up. We'll get everything mounted in the tractor. We're waiting on a valve assembly to come in and all the hoses to convert the box blade to this automatic system. So once that all comes in, we'll get everything mounted on the box blade on the tractor, and we're gonna put this to work. We're on a deadline, and we need these other parts to come in, so hopefully they'll come in pretty quick. I guess this rain that we fix and get may slow us down. That may be a good thing. So I appreciate y'all coming along, and I'll put a link to the Canamek stuff. Like I said, I bought this with my own money. Figured we'll give it a try. So I'll put a link to that, and if y'all need something like that, y'all reach out to them. And once we use it, we'll do a full review on it, and we'll see if it holds up and everything's as good as the packaging was. So I appreciate y'all coming along, and we're going gonna try to get tucked away here so we don't get blown away. So y'all have a good